Hi, and welcome to Let Your Inner Fire Aspire, the podcast about motivation, compassion, and reactivating your inner fire. This is Josephine Kremp here, and I'm sharing my wisdom and my experiences with you to unlock the next level of your life towards a more powerful, focused, compassionate, and meaningful life. So I'm sitting here in my room and just looking out of the window, and it looks really, really gray. We had one lucky day in this week where we had some sun, and that's when I realized here in Germany we are really lacking vitamin D because we don't see the sun a lot. Maybe we see it like it feels like 3 weeks in summer, and that's about it. We don't really see it a lot in autumn or spring or winter. And so that's when I asked myself the question, how do I get the vitamin D? I try solarium as well, but the thing is, I don't like so much when it's not really good for our body, if it has so many other rays. It doesn't only have the good rays, it doesn't only give me the vitamin D, but it also gives me UVA rays. And that's something that I try to avoid because let's be honest, there are already so many toxic emissions like car emissions in the air, and I don't want to poison myself even more. So that's why I'm looking for some natural vitamin D pills, or if you know some other natural products that contain vitamin D, then please let me know at let_your_inner_fire_aspire on Instagram, or just send me a message on my Facebook page, Let Your Inner Fire Aspire. I'm so excited to what you're going to answer me, and I will be so grateful. So please come on, go ahead and send me a message. Now I'm going to start with my actual theme, which is how to deal with death. I find it's not an easy one. It's quite hard to really get along with death of a loved one. It doesn't happen very often that you lose someone you really, really love. And to myself, it just happened a week ago that someone died, a friend of mine died, and I didn't experience that in my life before. The hardest thing for me was to accept that he's actually dead. And even worse was that I didn't even know how he died. So I had the feeling inside myself that I at least wanted to know how he died, but I never found out because no one else knew about it. In the end, they found him dead in the sea of a beach. And no one knows if he drowned or if he killed himself. We don't know, but we hope that he didn't kill himself. The one and only time I experienced a death was when my guinea pig died. Yes, my guinea pig. I know it's a small animal and maybe it doesn't mean so much to a human, but to me it meant the whole world. I loved it so much and I took a lot of care of it. It was like my baby, and it lived up to 8 years, so it was getting pretty old until the vet said we have to put it to sleep because it doesn't have chances anymore to survive. So that was a big shock for me. That was pretty sad, and I just couldn't accept it in my mind. I couldn't realize it. I couldn't say, okay, yeah, it's true. I couldn't believe it that this was happening, and I couldn't really deal with it. I couldn't deal that the body is now dead, but the soul might still be living around me. And that's exactly the whole point. I realized that I had to get my mind used to the fact that my guinea pig's body isn't there anymore, but that the soul will still keep living forever. That is something that takes a lot of time to get used to. And this was my realization. If you have to overcome a death of a loved one, you need to give yourself time. you not only need to give yourself time, but you have to get used to that this person will not be there in its bodily existence, but the person is still there in the soul existence. So it's a big advantage if you believe in that the person is still there as a soul. That will give you the feeling that you actually didn't lose someone, but that this person is still around you, is still somewhere there. You maybe even feel the person. I know some people that can actually feel their dead ones, like they can hear them still, or they can feel them, or they see them in their dreams. And I'm sure if you believe in that the soul is still there, you don't have the feeling that you actually lost someone. Another very important realization was that I needed to talk about it to a lot of people. So if you want to help yourself, go and talk to people you trust. Go and talk to your friends that you can trust, you can talk to about it. Go to friends that listen to you and accept you how you are, and don't judge any of your thoughts, because there might be friends that never lost someone before, so they never experienced when someone's body died before. That's what I mean. And so go to the people that listen to you and love you just for what you are and don't judge you. And then the third very, very, very important realization is that even that you love this person a lot, you need to be able to let go of the death, because only if you let go, you will also stop suffering. So if you can let go and try to focus back on the tasks and things that make you happy, then you will be able to come back to your normal life. You will be able to come back to your life path again. Of course, you changed in that time. You're a different person, and you will probably feel different, and you will have different views as well. But only if you can let go, you will help yourself, because you will stop suffering. This doesn't mean you have to completely stop thinking of the person, but that means you should give yourself more space for yourself and for taking care of yourself, and to love yourself as well, and to look after yourself, and just like book yourself a massage session, or just change something that you always wanted to change, or change your looks, or buy new clothes, or just pamper yourself. Really, you deserve it. And in whatever you might believe in, if it's God or the universe, or if it's a woman sitting in the clouds, or however you want to call it, this will always deal with your loved one, with your friend, or with your partner, or with your mother, or with your father, whoever died. It will deal with your loved one. It knows how to deal with it, and it is rearranging itself for his or her best right now. If you can keep this sentence in your mind, you will be able to live a more free life with less suffering. And that's all what I have to say for today, for this podcast. I know it was a deep theme, and it's not something that everyone can talk about. And I really, really appreciate and that you took your time to listen to it. And I also hope that it helps you. Let me know your answers in the comments on my blog, or just send me a message on Instagram at let_your_inner_fire_aspire, or just send me a message on my Facebook page, Let Your Inner Fire Aspire. And I wish you a great morning, middle of the day, or evening, whatever you're doing. You are a gift for this world. You're beautiful, you're powerful, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. And in this sense, I give you all a big hug and I talk to you soon again. Bye bye. Love, Josephine.